Now this plane will be an insane challenge to fly, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is the Yak-40, made by the Soviets from the 1960s all the way up until the 1980s by the now Russian Yakovlev Design Bureau. Now even though 1,000 of these are made and actually do like tri-jets, this plane is kind of worst on many levels. It's incredibly slow and it has the worst fuel efficiency in the world. But we can finally fly it now in the X-Plane 12 flight simulator. But I found an add-on for it on a Russian website, xaero.russia. See, the Russian flight simulator community is huge now, and they make some good free stuff. But something that is very original about this Yak-40 airplane model for the flight sim is a bit of a language barrier. It's all, of course, in Russian, which is a language so complex that my little European brain can't comprehend it. Anyway, I want to see what it's like to dramatically help with global warming. So this is the Yak-40, which uses the Ivchenko AI-25 engines, little turbofans, very thirsty turbofans, and actually, of course, we have 3 of them, which is very unconventional for an airliner that can only seat like 30 passengers, and they all feel like they're in a bit of a ship because these are these are little circle windows. Now this is a storage for, I guess, all the baggage. Or dead bodies, I don't know. Here is a Soviet lavatory and a Soviet exit door. Yes, the tiny Yak-40 could be exited from the back. It is a tiny jet, and that's a lot of soot here on the APU exhaust. Anyway, I'm really scared about turning this airplane on because I have actually no idea how any of this works. I guess we're gonna have to resort to the iPhone. What is this? Launch on Earth? Okay. This isn't necessarily helpful. Why is this button a lion? Cold crack. I don't know what these switches right here do. I'm confused. What is even that? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I found it. This is the battery. Yes! I don't even know what is the on position. I guess this is the on position. But I guess so we can sort out the engine, we need to get rid of, where is this? Aha, so this is where we close everything. So this is how we get that going. Let's remove all the covers. Yes, piece by piece. Especially also on the APU so we can get that started up. Just don't know how. Engage. That should be the engage button. I'm completely lost. But wait, are we turning on the left engine? I don't know. But I hear a startup sound. Wait, hey, I'm actually turning on the engine. Look, yes! Wonderful. I guess how do we make fuel? Engage. I think the fuel pumps are already on. Yes! Now, does this Soul engine work? Let's go full power. Is that a good noise? I don't know. Yeah, I give up on this plane. I've actually no idea how to fly it properly. Yes! Look at this! I don't know what that was, but it was there. And the engines die again. God damn it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, with data revs, I've found out how to turn... Yes! Finally, it's looking good. I think we're about to start up this airplane after 40 minutes. Got kind of lost in translation right there. All right. Let's do it now. Engine number 1. Turn that on. Beautiful. Yes. Look, I've been able to turn on the engine. Okay, middle engine. Turn that on as well now. Let's do it. Yes. Look at this. Engine in the middle. Let's turn that on as well. Yes. All right. Look at the middle engine also turning on. This is perfect, and it took forever, and I kind of deserved this to work. Oh, never mind. The middle engine is dying. This is genuine success. Now, there's one big thing as well. As you can see, all these engines are turning on. We can have a brave person who is in charge of removing the ground power unit. But there's one thing. I'm using my joystick. No function. As you can see, no flight controls move. And this is because of some sort of control lock. So we need to release the control lock. I think it's this one. And I've got it. I think we're on a flying airplane now. Now, let's see if we can make it move. So, yeah, there we go. Let's go. I think we still have a parking brake set somewhere. This very weird and interesting plane is now moving, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm very happy about this. I never say, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks tiny and small and cute. And it has the wings of a DC-3, I feel like. And it has exhaust gases that go like crazy. And I can't really steer at. Come on. God, look at this rudder pedal. It's just, that looks like the most uncomfortable rudder pedal in the world. Ah, there we go. I've been able to fix the steering, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I wonder how much runway does this thing use? After all, we've got these tires right here that they don't really look modern, do they? But we can put the flaps down. Yes, flight control is being checked and it works. After half an hour of Google translating stuff, we've been able to set this up. There we go. Look at those flaps coming down. Beautiful. Now let's see if this has all been worth it. This plane uses 40 kilograms of fuel per seat per hour, which even older planes like the Avro with 4 engines can beat, having maybe a quarter of that. The 737-100 is 6 to 8 kilograms per seat per hour. This plane is truly awful, so let's see if it flies goodly, at least. So we have some alarm. Don't know. Kind of makes me miss the Boeing alarms. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Ooh, wait. What the hell was that? I don't know what that means. We don't have the beautiful call out that we are used to. The engines respond at like 50,000 seconds late. Good. Anyway, we're moving. We're, I don't know what this means. At some speed. Come on. You're a strong, powerful, independent... I have no idea what that meant. Okay, and let's see if we can rotate at some point. Yes, we're flying. And actually, I didn't think we would be able to achieve that today. Look at this airplane. With a wing sweep of 0, this plane has great aerodynamics and no drag at all from those 3 engines. Hey, look, it flies. Let's put the flaps up. Doesn't fly nicely, I do have to say. Actually, it's quite all right. As you can see, the landing gear has now come up and we're flying. We're not necessarily fast. We're at 160 knots and we can barely climb. And I've opened the window. God, how do I close? Oh my God, I've opened the window. I've messed this up again. Let's see if we can do one of those landings nonetheless. So let's go ahead and reduce engine power again and get those gnarly flaps and the landing gear out again. Wow, that comes out fast. They're thick tires, I must say. Now you may say, oh, I mean, this is a jet. It can't be that slow, but it's actually much slower. It can fly at like a cruise speed of Mach 0.7. It cruises around at like 450 kilometers an hour. This plane is nearly twice as slow as a modern A320. It's absolutely insane. Now, does it have spoilers? No. It doesn't even have spoilers. Does it have reverse thrust? Probably doesn't either. But all right. This right here is the runway coming up. Doesn't fly as modernly like an A320, but let's see if we can do a sort of a smooth landing anyway. All right. Okay, there's runway 18. Let's go ahead and have this airplane land. No GPWS callouts, but that was quite nice. And all we have is like the wheel. Holy moly, what's wrong? Wheel brakes. Oh, what in the world is happening in here? I think the tires blew because we put on too much brakes. Or maybe the ABS is actually broke. Yeah, this airplane has ABS, of course. What does this mean? Reverse. Which this airplane does have reverse thrust. I can't get it to set up at all. It does seem to have a little bit of reverse. Oh, it actually does. Oh, look, this little shovel comes out and this airplane does have reverse thrust. I'm wrong, and it looks a little bit odd. What a great landing, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, but now that the engines are turned on, we can continue flying this aerocraft. We're gonna fly into Sedona. After all, the runway performance didn't really seem that bad. I'm just kind of worried about those tires that kept failing. Now that I know that the reverse thrust actually works and it can even be put out in mid-flight, and I did not know this. Wow, very clever. It's a normal shovel design though, what we know for other engines. But yeah, the 2 outer engines definitely don't have this. Anyway, let's land in this cramped cockpit. Interestingly enough, this airplane's supposed to have a flight engineer. I don't know where he would sit. Is he a stowaway? Now, we're gonna be landing with 200 something? Or 2? Probably oh, it is actually kilometers an hour. That's insane. Is that like a lot? Or how much is that? Apparently, we're at 107 knots and this airplane doesn't care because it doesn't really have swept or wings that are of any high speed shape, you know, so it doesn't really care about flying at 90 knots. There we go. Bit of a stall. But there we go. We can put out the brakes a little bit and we're nicely able to stop thanks to this airplane's incredibly low speed. Look at how huge the wing is. Very insane. You know what is weird about this plane as well? The unconventional I guess it's so small that, I mean, the windows barely reach above the wing. Most of the airplane's cabin space is just not used at all. That's good. So, buddy, that is the confusing Yak-40. I think this could be a very fun airplane to fly, but we haven't even at all talked about, using any of the flight computers, the autopilot, which is another art of its. I don't know what any of those do and how to even turn them on, and I don't know what any of these things mean. But this is definitely a nice airplane that got around a lot after all thousands of these were built. We're just kind of glad nowadays, I guess, that we've got modern airliners. Well, there we go. We've been even able to somehow take off. Interestingly enough, the Yak-40 crash rate wasn't that high. 1,000 of these were built and only 100 of them crashed. So that's 11.5%. That's not the worst rate in the world. And actually, we did not crash in this video either. So thank you to whoever made this add-on. It's pretty good. It's just a confusing plane. And thanks for watching this video, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.